Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been overcome with emotion today. I mean, the royal wedding, it just, Meghan Markle, I've just been overcome by emotion. It got to me. What can I tell you? I don't know how I could handicap today. It was too much. It was too much. It was just one of those moments in my life. I had to stop everything I was doing. I had to watch the vows, the nuptials, the whole thing, the procession. I'm sure you guys watching this video report, you did the same thing as me. Got up at 6 in the morning, had your tea and crumpets, sat back, put your feet up. You had to watch the royal wedding. Yeah, right. You're probably out there watching the repeats of Sports Center all morning. Okay, so we proceed. Listen, yesterday in the video report, I had two complimentary plays. The stronger of the two, as I warned you, was going to be the Houston Astros on the run line, and that, of course, was the easy winner. The weaker of the two, as I warned you, was going to be the Phillies, and boy, did they get bushwhacked at Busch Stadium last night by the St. Louis Cardinals. So we took a split. Now, today, the complimentary play is actually going to be game number 3 of the Celtics Cavaliers series, and you're going, what? Why? I'm a perfect 2-0 in that series. I gave you a free winner on the Celtics in game number 1. Came back with a 15-time best bet on the Celtics in game number 2. Why am I giving it away in game number 3? Because I think the best bet is not the side. It is actually going to be the total. And listen, I don't dip my toes into the total pool that often. In fact, this is going to be my first totals release of the entire postseason. That's how much I like the totals play today. And it's going to be another top-rated 15-time play, of which I've won 4 of my last 5 in the postseason over the past couple of weeks. So I'm going to get to that side selection in just a moment for today's complimentary selection. Now, in terms of who has the big play, once again, I've got to turn to Brandon Lang, who's a perfect 4-0 with his conference selections so far, a perfect 4-0 with his side selections. And today, he has his 50-dime winner number 7 in a row. And it's on your game 3 side. He had, of course, the Celtics in games 1 and 2. He had the Warriors in game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Came back with the Rockets in game number 2. You can go to the homepage. You can see the rundown of all the previous 6 winners. This is number 7 in a row. A streak that dates back to number 1 being Villanova over Michigan in the title game. You've gotten them all at a discounted price. The same thing goes today. Get it for over half price off by using the word playoffs. $10 bettors have made $7,635 over the past 111 days. And all your other featured discounts and promos, including a couple of big baseball winners from Brad Wilton and Matt Rivers, well over half price off, are available now as well. And of course, this being Saturday, you know the drill. Each and every Saturday, I give you a money-saving discount coupon code that can potentially save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase price. And today is no different. That discount coupon is 24%. It is a mix and match coupon. That means it's good for any combination of picks and packages from any handicapper here at the site. It'll save you 24% off your total purchase price. The only stipulation is you have to put all of your purchases in your shopping cart at one time to maximize your savings. Okay, let's talk about this game. You know the key thing here. Obviously, the Cavaliers down 2-0 in the series of 300 teams. Up 2-0 in a best-of-7 series. 281 have gone on to win that series. 2 of the 19 that have come back, however, have been led by LeBron James. But listen, the bottom line is here. The Celtics, the reason I took them in games 1 and 2, that I thought that they were far more athletic. Their youth would serve them well. Of course, the home court advantage had something to do with that. Their wings just would give the Cavaliers so many problems. They did. Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier in the backcourt have just absolutely run circles around anybody that Ty Lue has put out there. In fact, in the first 2 games, Rozier and Brown have outscored the Cavaliers starting guards by a combined 72-12. And no, you did not hear me wrong, 72-12. But the scene has changed. And it will certainly have an outcome or an effect on the outcome today. Listen, this is a Boston team that is 8-0 straight up and against the spread at home in the postseason, but it's a Boston team that is 1-4 straight up on the playoff road. That one win, Game 3, the confetti game in Philadelphia, that's the one win. Now, Boston is 2-3 against the spread in those 5 playoff games. The 2 covers, the confetti game in Philadelphia and the game in Milwaukee, where they overcame a 25-point second half deficit, still lost the game, but snuck in for the backdoor cover. Cleveland, a pathetic 1-5 on the playoff road, but at home the Cavaliers are 5-1 straight up. But here's the kicker. The Cavaliers are 1-5 against the spread at home, because you have seen the tendency. They get the big leads, they blow the big leads, they allow their opponents to come in and sneak in the back door for the cover. So, Ty Lue today wants the Cavaliers to play with a sense of urgency. Gee, Ty, I don't think you're a good coach, but when your team is down 2-0 in a best-of-7 series, I think they're going to play with a sense of urgency anyway. The more relevant thing that he said is that he wants to see his team play with an increased tempo. Now, that is important. In the first 2 games, the Cavaliers have played at a pace that has seen them only average about 95 possessions per game. It's just not going to work. They have to increase the tempo. One of the problems is George Hill looks like he's 81 instead of 31, and he's just played a miserable first 2 games in this series. One assist, averaging 4 points in the series. He's just been badly beaten. So what's Ty Lue to do? Well, he could shift LeBron, really, and have him play in the backcourt and have Kyle Korver back in the starting lineup. Listen, LeBron's going to handle the ball most of the game anyway, and that would certainly accelerate the tempo for the Cavaliers, because the Cavaliers need more possessions in order to get more second and possibly third chances in the offensive flow, because they just can't come down and be a one-and-done offense. They have only averaged 88.5 points and on 40.3% shooting in the first 2 games in this series. And of course, they've only averaged about 7 3-pointers in the first 2 games and hit only at a 25% clip from 3-point land in the series so far. Now, a lot of that happens to do because of the great Boston defense that the Celtics have played. And that's no surprise, because Boston had the #1 defensive efficiency rated team in the regular season. But here's some interesting numbers. This Celtics team, in terms of playing at home and playing on the road, when it comes to defensive efficiency, I want to give you some numbers here. This is a team that, and I just want to get you the exact numbers here. Let me just look them up for you. Defensive efficiency. At home in the postseason, Celtics, and defensive efficiency is how many points you allow per 100 possessions. At home in the postseason, the Celtics, 101.1 points. Mirrors what they did during the regular season. Just a little worse. They gave up like 100.9 during the regular season. But on the road, in the postseason, 109.3. That's an 8.2 differential. And where the biggest difference is, the Celtics are not nearly as cohesive offensively on the road, which is no big surprise. Teams always are going to play much better when they're at home than on the road. But here, offensive efficiency at home in the postseason, Celtics averaging 111.9 points. On the road, 99.9. That's a difference of 12. Do the math, guys. Put it all together, and you're looking at 20.2 points difference in their efficiency rating, offensive and defensive combined. And that, my friends, is why you're looking at a Celtics team mainly that is 1-4 straight up on the road. Now, Cleveland plays no defense. Listen, this is a team that was second to last in the league in defensive efficiency during the regular season, and their numbers have trended almost to the button in the postseason in terms of the defensive efficiency rating. For the Cavaliers to win, they've got to get it cranking offensively. They simply outscored teams during the regular season. They outscored the Pacers in order to win that series. They outscored a soft Toronto defense to win that series. They have run into a wall here against the Celtics. But they're back at home. I think, as I've told you many times, the law of averages eventually will turn, and I believe guys other than Kevin Love and LeBron James will get involved and get that offense moving against a Celtics team, again, that has not played as well defensively here on the road in the postseason, and the Cavaliers will get that offense playing as Ty Lue wants them at a better pace and tempo, and that will get them more scoring opportunities today. Because the Celtics were so dominant in games 1 and 2, yes, certainly Cleveland is a 6-point favorite today, but I actually think it's a discounted price. Listen, you know, if those games 1 and 2 had been closer, you could have seen Cleveland laying 8 points. So in my way of thinking, I think it's a discounted price. Now, I'm obviously not wagering Cleveland here -6, but I think Cleveland -6, even though this is a team that has struggled and allowed teams to sneak in the back door, even though this is a Cleveland team that is 1-5 against the spread at home in the postseason, I would still rather go ahead and lay the points. Plus, I think, again, the law of averages, a team that has been a pretty damn good team shooting three-pointers throughout the postseason or through the regular season and through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, hitting almost at a 44% clip. They will return to form today and not be the team that's hitting at almost a 25% clip in the first 2 games in this series. So I'm more than willing to lay the 6 points in this contest. You know, here's also another little suggestion for you. How about an open-ended teaser? How about an open-ended 4-point 2-team teaser? Do you believe the Cavaliers can win this game today? Do you believe the Golden State Warriors are going to win tomorrow's game at home against the Rockets? How about a 2-team teaser? Golden State is a 7-point favorite tomorrow. Cleveland's a 6-point favorite today. If you believe, like I do, that these teams are going to win pretty much straight up, right? You could take Cleveland down to 2 today. You could take Golden State down to 3 tomorrow. How's that for a 2-team teaser for you? I love that teaser. Love that teaser. If you are like me and believe that these teams are going to win. Now, if you believe Boston, you're in love with Boston, you could go the other way. You could take Boston +10. You could take Houston +11. You could do a combination of any of these teams. Think about that for a teaser possibility with a standard 2-team 4-point teaser. Myself, I would lay the points with the chalk and take the chalk down the 4 points. That's the way I would go, but I wanted to throw that out there for you as well. Good luck, everybody, and talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.